What's up, everybody? It's your boy Snack Morris. I'm here with your boy fucking Big Dan. This is the Oh Really podcast on your February 25th, 2024.
Brother,
Beautiful Sunday out here in Florida. How's it going over there in Jersey, Daniel?
no. I mean, one, it's cold as fuck. But yo, today's a really big day. How you
It
feel?
is it is a bigger day than yesterday. I have entered my last year of my 30s. This time next year I will be 40. So I'd say it's my 39th
Bro,
birthday. Yes. Yes.
fuck, we're getting old, man.
We are. Do you ever like see people on like Instagram or Facebook that you went to high school with, and for like a split second, you still think of them as like being like at most like 18 or 19?
Yeah,
You're
and
just like, oh yeah, wow, she's got kids. She's only like 20 or 19. Then you're like, oh wait, no, we're all fucking 40.
bro, in June it'll be 21 years out of high school. Like we've been out of high school longer than it took to get high school completed, including all the
Good.
school leading up to that. Like, bro, it's wild, bro. Time just flies.
Yeah, man, time waits for no one. I did get a PS5 today. I got a Spider-Man 2 edition. Can't wait to crank that up when the baby's asleep. Got Mortal Kombat 1 because apparently we started at 1 again.
I mean, all
Um,
things become new. It's full circle. It's the circle of life, bro. Everything in entertainment retcons. Remember DC New 52? Like everything just
oh yeah, I used to like the New
given
52.
enough time, everything just essentially restarts somewhere.
They got some pretty good DLCs too. I saw Peacemaker as one of them. I don't know if this is true. I heard John Claude Van Damme from Bloodsport. Like I gotta look more into that. Like I heard they got some pretty good ones. So
No, it's
I
definitely
also got 2K24. I got MLB The Show 23 because 24 hasn't come out yet. So yeah, got a lot of late night gaming to get into once the baby is night night. So
so how do you
but
reflect
yeah,
how do you reflect on 40 years? Well, 39 years, but
39 years.
one
Let's
thing
see.
about Mr. Snack Morris is that 3 months into being 39, he's gonna count himself as 40 anyway. So
Yeah, that was the thing my grandmother used to do. She always used to say you were in there for 9 months, so why start at 1 when you
gotta
came
count it.
out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know. 39 years on this earth. Made some god awful decisions, made some really great decisions.
I was a party to watch.
I'd give myself a solid 6 on a
Yeah.
scale from 1 to 10.
I mean, like I'm mostly
Yeah.
happy with what was accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. I could have done more, could have done a lot less,
How about
but
this? Wait, is 39 going to be your full first 12 months as a dad?
my first
Was
12 months as a
38 your
dad was
not counting the
last
pregnancy?
year.
I know your grandma counted that, but like your first full 12 months as a dad was 38.
Yeah, so he was born in April, late April 28th of 2022. So
So you
April
got till
28th.
April
So yeah.
23rd. Okay.
Yeah, so actually in 2 months, almost exactly 2 months, it'll be 2 full years of being a dad. Yeah.
Damn.
Found a job, I can't quit.
I mean, you
For
can.
37 years.
Your
No,
six
I
will
would
quickly
never.
become a 1.5. If you
I
want
would
to add like
never.
dad to the resume, don't do that, bro.
No, I would never do that. Not until he grows up a little bit and disappoints me gravely. Then I'll leave.
Emancipate him when he's
And I'll
16.
leave up.
Like, here's
Yeah.
the paperwork,
Let
child.
uh let whatever guy Ali picks up at a bar raise him.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah,
Stepdad's
just
really
like just like all the generations before. You
yeah.
know.
Yeah. No, we definitely
Um.
we grew up in the generation of divorce, wildly enough. Your parents never did. Everybody else's parents did.
Oh, I know. I wish mine would have. I
Great.
really do.
Aunt and uncle.
Oh God. Sometimes I hear them argue like when I'm over there, and I'm just like, "What are you doing? Don't you want to enjoy the remaining years of your life in peace and quiet?"
I get mad at
Yeah.
everything.
What are you
It's
doing?
so much easier. Yo, but bro, I don't know if you noticed, like this is like I turned my desk into like standing room only. Did you see this?
Yeah, I
Like
can see that. It looks like you're standing.
I'm definitely standing. The chair means nothing.
Oh,
Look at
I just
that.
thought you were just being like a little kid visiting their parent at work and just hiking that chair up.
Nah, bro. Like I bought this fucking standing desk like 2.5 years ago. It wasn't bad. It was like 350. But like this thing comes up like I'm like 5'11", despite I'll say 6 foot with the right type of shoe. But this thing comes up pretty goddamn high. Like respect to Amazon. This thing was also 85 pounds when it was delivered, and the mailman left it at the bottom of the staircase.
Well, obviously,
He was like, "Fuck that. You're on your
that's like
own, man."
that's it's like all those mattresses in a box. It's like here's this tiny like 3 foot box. Oh, by the way, it weighs 289 pounds. Good luck.
But funny you should say that. When I got my bed delivered though, the king size Tempur-Pedic, like it was brought in. One guy literally like strapped this thing to his shoulder and like cruised right into, right in through the living room into the bed. Whatever. I mean, but his desk was heavy as fuck, to say the least. 85 pounds up 3 flights of steps. It was not a fun day, bro.
After extensive research, I am getting a new king size mattress, and I have finally decided I'm
Hold
getting
on.
one
Hold
of
on.
the
I'm
avocados.
gonna I was gonna fucking say avocado. If you had gave me 3 more seconds, I would have said that's where he's gonna
Oh, you
land.
wanted to guess?
I was going to guess because I fucking know you well enough to say avocado was probably going to be the answer. I
Well,
don't
here's the
see
thing.
you as like a nectar purple type of person. Now, mind you, did you go down the fucking rabbit hole of everything that's on YouTube about mattresses, fits, sleeps, and all that other shit? Because
Oh, dude, I was at um JC Penney recently, and with my dad, and there he was looking at getting a new mattress, and I'm like talking shop about mattresses, and the person that was selling them was talking to another couple,
fucking shop.
and literally the couple that was talking to the salesman literally turned around, stopped talking to them, and started asking me questions. I know that much about fucking mattresses. I'm the reason why we're going with avocado is because I want to go organic. Not to get into some crazy shit here and make this about that, but a lot of mattresses use like a polyurethane foam, or they use something that has like fiberglass in it. You breathe that shit in. They're called like BOCs, the off gassing, all that stuff. You breathe that shit in, even if you don't actively smell it. You breathe it in, and we've been breathing that shit in our whole entire lives. And honestly, if you can get something organic for a little bit more money, where it's got like the recycled steel, or it's got wool or cotton, it's got Tale or Dunlop latex, which is like natural latex from like a rubber tree. Spend a little bit more. Don't breathe that shit in. They tend to be a little bit firmer, because really, when you're coming with synthetic foams and stuff, you can really make it however the fuck you want. But if you're someone that has like asthma, or is just like environmentally conscious or health conscious, or just doesn't want to breathe in shit while they're sleeping without even knowing it, because it's not a guarantee, but you can get like respiratory issues, or they say that it could cause cancer, but then again, everything causes cancer. So
Does
yeah, I don't know, there's some good brands out there. We were going to get a Silk and Snow from Canada, but honestly, like avocado has two models. You can get like the high end one that's like 3-4 grand, or you can get the one that's like under 2 grand, and basically you're still getting the same materials. It's just one has like a pillow top and all this other stuff. But I mean, there's a lot of good brands. Nola makes one. Silk and Snow makes one.
yeah.
Birch. It's really just all what you're into, and I just think that avocado is probably the most bang for your buck.
You know, of all
Awara
the
makes
things
one. Satva.
that separate us, I never would have thought like the analytics behind a purchase would have been it.
Oh, dude,
Like,
I am
bro,
like
this
obsessive with that
mattress,
shit.
I fucking bought this mattress in literally 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, let's go. Maybe I don't know. I've heard that like people in sales can typically get sold really easily, and it's not because I wouldn't walk into some place to just shop it because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's like that companionship with like a salesperson. Like I'm not there to buy because I just want to look around. Like I'll do all my research prior, but like this bed I literally bought in 7 minutes and it was fucking $5,000.
Well, I think people in sales get sold. It's the same reason why, like, people who are servers and bartenders, like, they don't want to disagree with the salesperson. As a salesperson, you know your product and you know how to sell your product. So you're assuming that the person who's selling you puts in the same due diligence that you do. So
Yes,
You
bro.
know what I mean? And you also know that they're probably working on a commission and stuff like that. So I feel like you're less apt to like push back. And me, I went to the library, dude. I got a notebook, went to Staples, got a 50-cent notebook, went through all the brands I wanted to know something about. And actually, there's a website. You can check them out on YouTube also. They're called Mattress Nerd. It's this girl. I
Like
think her
Nerd
name
Wallet.
is Lauren Bullock.
Is it Nerd Wallet
Um,
where it's like just experts like giving feedback on specific things?
yeah, you basically what you do is you go to their website or you go to YouTube and you put in like mattress nerd and then you put like avocado green mattress or whatever it is, and they'll give you like what's best for like side sleeping, what's best for motion transfer. Like they cut the mattresses open and show you what's in them. Like there's a couple of websites like Sleepopolis is one of them too. But if you're ever interested in anything about mattresses, I like Mattress Nerd basically because I just like the way they present their information. Whether or not they're super duper accurate is another thing. But she's cute and she's fun and she like kind of like puts it like
I'll tell you
she
what.
doesn't make it like you're researching something. So
I'll tell you what.
so how she packages it.
I'm about to slide an inbox in the bio for this video just so she could drop some affiliate money or something. I don't know. I feel like that was a exceptional ad for avocado and Sleepopolis and
Yo, give it a try. The worst they could do is tell us to
like
go
send a
fuck ourselves.
bag. I mean, didn't Cooge at one point ask for a bag from Diet Coke?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like, "Yo,
did
Diet
they
Coke,
give it to him?
no, because they fucking don't need to." But he was like, "Yo," he dropped an Instagram reel. He was like, "Yo, you guys throw me a bag? Like I plug you constantly."
Yo, not for nothing, bro. I'm pretty sure Avocado only has 2 showrooms in the whole entire country. And I think one of them's in Hoboken.
Real, I mean, that would make sense actually.
Yeah,
That's,
it's either
that's right on brand.
Brooklyn or Hoboken. I can't remember, but if it's in Hoboken, swing by and check it out. Maybe you can tell me how it feels before I order it.
Okay.
If you're in the neighborhood.
Like I need to jump on
Um,
this bed for my compadre down south. So if you'd let me, I'd love to.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, just need to check it out real quick. Need to you know, check
Future
my combo sleep versus my back sleep versus my my motion transfer. Very technical stuff. But you
very
should. The bottom line is you should know what you're breathing in, what you're laying on, because you spend a minimum 6, 7, 8 hours laying on it. You should, and I actually really want to look into getting one for Lucas. I want him. That's the best thing about being a parent is
get him a
that you
little baby
can
purple.
no polyurethane. But
Ah,
that's the best thing is that now I cannot fuck him up from Jump Street. Like he can spend his entire life
living
laying
organic.
on something that is good for him. So that's the cool thing about being a parent is the things that our parents didn't care about or didn't know about or wasn't a thing we know about and we can like kind of
Have you never
you know
seen that picture that went around the internet? It was a kid like blowing out a candle, and there were like open beers, ashtrays, and people smoking cigarettes around them. Like that was our childhood. You're sitting
oh
here
yeah
polyurethane for your 2-year-old. Like it's a different
oh yeah
world, bro.
it's a miracle any of those pictures of us as kids you can even see anything all the smoke that was blowing
I
around.
was not fucking dead. I actually gave
Oh,
up sugar recently too.
I'm off sugar. How'd you do it?
I'm
What
off
do why
sugar.
why first of all?
Well, one, so I've been going to the gym for like the last like 7 months, like pretty heavy. Like, I've gotten to the point where like I've reached a lot of like the health goals I was looking for. And I
Okay.
found that like I fucking plateaued at like this certain weight. And like, bro, I started going 4 times a week to the gym instead of twice. I started running like an extra like half mile, higher speeds, more pushing, more like, because it's all heart rate stuff, right?
Right.
Problem was is like I'm just fucking stuck at 233. So I was like, all right, what's the last thing I can change? So I took sugar out, moved pretty much everything to Splenda, at least for now.
Mm.
I like sample like the sugar alternatives and shit because obviously I'm getting to that 39 as well. But yeah, no, it worked. And down 2 pounds since I've done it. So
Nice. I still weigh less than you.
that's amazing. How much do you weigh?
220.
What the fuck?
Dude, and honestly, like I have no willpower. I can't stay away from dairy that my body hates. I can stay away from sugar. Soda is my thing. I want to fuck a soda. I love soda. I really do. Like gun to my head, dude. I can't eat a meal without like a soda. I hate meals with water. Meals with club soda are cock teas. Like I
Those with
need
water
something.
are the worst because water has
Oh,
no fucking flavor. It's just
that's it. You need something sweet to balance out what the fuck you're eating is probably got salt.
yeah. I got a fucking question for you, and this is like
Yeah, shoot.
timeless. Chinese food. Are you Coke or Pepsi though?
Oh, dude, Coke. All right, Coke with Chinese food, cherry Pepsi with pizza and popcorn at a movie theater, and root beer with Italian food. Like if you're having like chicken parm, for some
Bro,
reason I feel like root beer works.
you know how many times I've tried ordering a root beer? Like I don't like soda at all. Like I'm nowhere near like your game on this, but like
That's a
I
change.
I've tried ordering root beer and they're like, no, we don't have root beer.
That's fucking weird.
Unless it's like a
I've seen you
sport.
drink a 12 pack in one day of ginger ale. I've seen it.
Times have changed, bro.
Times have changed for the better, even though ginger ale is delicious.
Bro, like I eat vegan like 3 times a week. Like there's I don't know. I'm on this weird health kick. It just
No,
it's
it's not
weird.
weird. I wish I had that thing that you have, that thing called willpower, where you can just not do something for like that 2 second thing in your brain that loves it, and then the rest of the day hating yourself.
No, even the days I don't go to the gym, I make sure I do a minimum of 100 push-ups a day.
Well, that's interesting.
It
Didn't know
is.
that. You know what? Fucking New Year's resolution. My year 39 thing is I'm finally gonna get back into it and just do something with my life before it ends. And speaking of lives that end, I actually went to the movies the other day
No shit.
and
You know we have a
saw
podcast about that.
yeah, eventually we'll get to it. This is our mattress slash vegan podcast.
Our health talk. Like this is our lifestyle segment. Sorry, like
Yeah,
Jesse
yeah.
Raphael style.
I'm wearing a bandana, you're wearing a Scully,
We're
and
two
we're
men
giving
pushing
people life
40.
advice. The
No,
fuck is
technically
wrong
we're in
with
our
us?
technically modern era, we're in our prime right now.
Um,
One could argue,
LeBron, Le,
like, think about it. 100 years ago, we would have been 5 years shy of death.
dude, if LeBron is no longer in his prime, then we are nowhere near our prime.
No,
If you want to use that metric. All
we've just
right.
reached
So,
the halfway point.
have you heard of a movie called Lisa Frankenstein?
I have not.
All right. So, quick rundown. Lisa Frankenstein
Like, real
stars.
quick, is it like wide release? Is it like indie? What is it?
It is an indie, but it's a focus feature. But I think it is a wide release though.
I don't, bro. I was
But
looking at iPic movies like today, and I didn't see it. I saw like Madam Web and all that other shit, but I didn't see
oh,
it.
that fucking pile of hot shit.
Sony's a fucking moron. So what do you
That
want?
movie is only making money because Sydney Sweeney is like the hottest white woman on earth.
She's all over
That's
it.
the only reason.
You
She
can't
has
touch an
just two
Instagram.
big reasons why that movie's pulled in any money.
Yo, do you know how much they're probably spending just sending her reels out to like the World Wide Web just to get brand awareness on this movie?
Dude, did you
She's
see?
everywhere right now on
Did
my
you see that Hot Ones interview she did, where she just has that look on her face, where
no,
she's just so hot?
no. I mean,
It's
she's
it's
of
it's it's been memed already.
course it has.
It's incredible.
You
But
know,
she's the
but
only reason why that movie's made more than 11 cents.
no,
That's
she's
it. There is
she's
no other reason.
definitely something else, bro. Like I don't even know where she came from.
She's been in stuff here and there, but she got big on Euphoria.
Ah, yeah, there's a bunch of people that got big on Euphoria.
Except for Zendaya, she was already big.
I mean,
Yeah, dude, every
Zendaya's
girl in
one
that
name.
every
Anybody
girl
with
in
one
that
name
show
has
is hot.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. So Lisa Frankenstein stars Catherine Newton from the last Ant-Man movie. She plays Ant-Man's daughter. She's in Freaky with Vince Vaughn, which was pretty good. Um, and Cole Sprouse is the monster.
Hmm.
And so basically, what this movie wanted to be, and why I liked it, but was also super disappointed by it. It had such the potential to be this generation's Edward Scissorhands, and it drops the ball. The script is by Diablo Cody of Juno fame.
Hmm.
Made Jennifer's Body. You can see while watching
Sleeper
this
movie,
movie that
by the way.
there's
Jennifer's Body is excellent.
it is an underrated movie. It is. It is. It's got a cult following. When it first came out, like people didn't give a shit about it really. But I mean, this movie, like, you can see that there's a better movie to be made. And I don't know if it's Robin Williams' daughter, the director, who's like a novice, if it was that, or if it was the script itself. But there are some really like they're kind of funny lines because it is kind of like a dark comedy, but
Mm.
they fall so flat. The movie is also very quiet. It's almost like there's no sound going on in the background, which I thought was really weird. No, very few music. It takes place in 1989, so you thought it would be more like bubbly and upbeat. It's kind of like flat. Like it's
Like the
really hard to put
real
your finger on.
80s.
Yeah, it's really hard to put your finger on. It's weird, but essentially, she's like a weird new girl. Her mom was like murdered, Catherine Newton, and then her dad remarries Carla Gugino 6 months later. Now she's got the stepsister, and the stepmother hates her. The stepsister's super popular, but like really likes her, and she like frequents this cemetery, and she like kind of like gets obsessed over this tombstone, and she like during a storm, she like makes a wish. She's like, "Oh, I wish I was there with you." And what it does is the wish reanimates the corpse. But
Mhm.
what she really meant was, "I wish I was dead in the ground with like you, not like with you." So he comes out of the ground to be with her, and it's kind of like My Boyfriend's Back, or like Burying the Ex with Anton Yelchin, or Life with Beth with Dane DeHaan and Aubrey Plaza.
Anton Yelchin. I mean,
Yeah, R.I.P. But it is a cool movie. It's just I hate when you see a movie that's a five that could be like an eight because of just poor execution or just little tweaks here and there that like me as being someone who's never made a movie noticed. And I
you know,
don't think it was like a budgetary thing because it's like a low budget movie.
you know what it is like. It's funny. I was thinking about this the other day and like randomly, like, and I think this like goes to your point, but like I was reading an article the other day. Like one of my favorite directors, we talked about this like I think 2 or 3 podcasts ago, was David Fincher, and one of my favorite movies that he did was The Game. He
Oh, great
notoriously
movie.
he notoriously hates Act Three now. But like think about it, like you've written a book, like I've written books, like how many times have we like look back at the shit we've done and said, I could have did that better. Like, so this is probably like one of those cases where like 5 or 6 years from now, they're gonna go back and be like, fuck, like this is the thing that could have made it the eight. They just couldn't see it because of like how it was progressing in the way it did.
Yeah, and it's very like different tweaks. I would have made the soundtrack a little bit like they wanted like a macabre feel to it, which is fine. But like even if you watch like Edward Scissorhands, that's very macabre, very weird. But like it has like this like upbeat like 80s kind of like early 90s like vibe. I mean that's when it was made, but I mean it has like this like upbeatness to it. Like it's not
I
so
mean,
like
I think
not
the
so
color
flat.
patterns of Edward Scissorhands kind of does that almost like subliminally because you have this like super dark pale figure and like the life he's from is super like gray and dismal, but everything else in that town
Right.
is like hyper neon and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it also has a very 60s look to it. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's just you ever watch something and it's like all right, to equate it to cooking, you ever eat something that's really good, but you're
sometimes.
like something's missing and I can't put my fucking finger on what it is that would make this better, but it's missing something?
I don't know Italians usually season at the table when that happens, but
Garlic.
I know
It's always
exactly,
garlic.
exactly what
More
you're talking
garlic. But I'm gonna give the movie like a five, 5.5 out of 10. I really wanted to be like in love with this movie. Like I really wanted it to be like this generation's like Edward Scissorhands, and it kind of like kicked me in the balls a little bit that it wasn't better than it was. Because I'm telling you, watch it when you can, when it's on streaming, whatever. You'll see the potential here, and it'll make you like angry,
Yeah. Speaking
But
about
I did
movies
find it
that
enjoyable.
speaking about movies that like that grow on you and get cultness, like I was reading an article about cult movies because like one of the topics that we were going to discuss today is The Crow, and The Crow is probably like one of the greatest like examples of a cult film. And the article I was reading,
Great
actually
graphic novel too.
great graphic novel, like, and I think the new one is supposed to like stay truer to the novel, but they literally tried saying that Morbius is like a modern day cult movie with Jared Leto.
Wait, that movie sucks. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I have actually.
It's so bad.
Morbius is a cool character. I was like, Jared Leto looks like he could fit in that vein, like be a little weird and shit. But no, like this goes back to what you were saying. Like Sony has this thing where they want to like turn the antagonists of Spider-Man into protagonists of their own world. Like
Yeah, they only work those characters because they're bad guys. Once you make them heroes, they lose what makes them them.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, they were like Morbius is kind of like a cult, and it's like Sony pump the fucking brakes. No. Venom will not be a
No,
cult following. Morbius will not be a cult following. Madam Web will probably be something because of Sweeney, but like at the end of the day, it's like you
but
can't put
that's the thing.
categories like the Crow.
If it does become a cult thing, it will be for all the wrong reasons. It'll be like, let's, like 20 years from now, midnight movie. Let's watch how fucking bad this movie is and laugh about it. Like it won't be because it was underappreciated in its time or it was a little weird. Like it'll
Yeah,
be a cult for being awful. Um, yeah. Well, all right. So what's his name? One of the Skarsgårds there, the one that played it.
Pennywise.
He's
Yeah.
gonna be the new Crow. I'm sorry, dude. Like he's an all right actor, but like once you start putting white face paint on this dude again, he's just gonna look like it in every fucking movie.
You know what bothers me about it too is the people that were attached to this movie, like while it's been through this fucking developmental problem. Like Jason Momoa was attached to this at one point.
See,
I
he's
think
too jacked
Luke
to
Evans was
pull it off.
attached to this. Bradley Cooper was attached to this.
He's too annoying.
Which Bradley Cooper? I think Luke Evans
Yeah.
worked in a weird way.
I
If
feel
he
like he's too
ever
old
spoke,
though. He's like
he's
40
old.
something.
He's old now. Like this, like bro, this thing has been in development. Like somehow it's made three sequels that have all like the second one wasn't horrible. Three and four. I mean, Edward Furlong's played the Crow alongside
Oh
Terry.
yeah.
Like
You know
Tom
who would have been good in that movie?
oh, and that
I
particular
have a
one
soft spot
or
for
in a
this
Crow
dude.
movie.
A Crow movie. I have a soft spot for this dude. I feel like he like should get more burn than he does. Fucking Dane DeHaan.
What is that? What do you do?
He was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. He played Harry. He was in
Oh,
The Cure for Wellness. He's
yes,
in
yes, yes.
Lawless.
He looks like a miniature version of Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he like I would take him
A
more
Cure for
seriously
Wellness,
than like
by the way.
Jason Momoa.
I fucking hated A Cure for Wellness. That
Really?
movie drove me insane. Yes,
I
but
I enjoyed it.
I thought I
It's
would
like
enjoy
Shutter
it too.
Islandish.
Yeah, it was very Shutter Island. I thought I would enjoy it more than I did, but I didn't. But I
Mm-hmm.
agree. I don't know if Bill Skarsgård makes the most sense from like a casting perspective, especially for. Here's the problem. You're putting it. It's like Jordan. Like Jordan became bigger than he is. Like at this point, Brendan Lee, you're never gonna match that ever.
Especially because he died while making it.
Yeah, like it adds such a like an aura to the film. You can't fucking reproduce that.
And for those who don't know, Brandon Lee was the son of Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee died mysteriously on the set of a movie, and then his son Brandon Lee, while making The Crow in 1993 for a 94 release, was also killed in the exact same way, mysteriously on set. And they had to finish the movie with like his stunt double from behind and stuff. And it was a lot of slick, weird editing that and that movie really probably would have catapulted. See, that's the thing. Would it have catapulted him into superstardom, or is it only a cult movie because of what happened to him on set?
I don't know because I mean, The Crow isn't his only film. Like his filmography has a bunch of
No, he
stuff
actually has a movie.
with
He has
Dolph.
a movie. I think it's called Showdown in Tokyo or something like that with Dolph Lundgren. It's only like an hour and 15 minutes. It's like a weird Warner Brothers movie that they just cut the shit out of and like just threw onto like a VHS to get it off their lot.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it would have did that for him. Like I honestly don't know. Like there probably would have been a Crow sequel at some point, but I
Mm-hmm.
it's weird because I he's so tied to that movie that I can't see him really doing anything else. Like I can't. I mean, he never did really, but
Well, yeah, he died, so that kind of put a hamper
yeah, I
on his
read like the guy that did
career
it,
there.
so
It
Funboy
was a
and
career killer.
it fucked him up bad, like really bad. I think
Oh,
he was only in like one or two. The guy Funboy that killed him, the one who
oh
shot,
yeah.
bro. First off, like I've read into this, like there were like 27 different ways to prevent this from happening that didn't. Like so many things had to go wrong for that blank not to explode. It's insane.
Was it just like that movie Rust with Ali Baldwin, where like there was a live bullet when there should have been?
So it wasn't a live bullet. I think with Brandon Lee, it was a blank that didn't explode. I think it was a live bullet with rust.
Yeah.
But
Wow. You could say that movie was a real career killer, huh? No. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm here all weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, yeah, see, look, that's what
But
happens.
I don't know.
You freeze when you talk
Here's
shit.
what happened. Well, what are you gonna do? Huh? I said what
Oh,
I said.
the
I'm
crow is
39.
I'm 39. I've seen shit now.
That's it.
No, the
I'm
crow,
like an old person. I'm backing up. I'm backing out.
look
You know.
out.
Oh, shit. I'm a senior citizen now. Where's my discount?
I still want your past the Florida and Orlando and Universal and all that stuff.
That's right. I am a senior citizen who now lives in Florida. I have gray
I'm
in
a
my
resident
beard.
of the great
That's right.
state of Florida.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But it's a fucking weird place, Florida.
No, it is.
Really weird place.
Place.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
been
don't
there.
know.
I got to get down there.
Yeah. Well, for a visit anyway.
But no, I'm
So
excited to see what they do with the Crow. I'm curious, like this is the problem when something is so anticipated, it's never gonna land in a place that makes everybody happy. It's the same shit happened with Star Wars, the same like it's going on with everything. Like how many shows have been tried and attempted and were huge and bigger than they were, and they always fail the landing because there's no way to like look at Star Wars, Rise of the Skywalkers,
oh, that last one is fucking horse hockey.
you can't fundamentally land the landing. Even like bro, Mighty Ducks 3 didn't like you can't so many places struggle. Game of Thrones, final season, trash.
That is such a jump. You went from the episode 9 of Star Wars
Mighty
to
Ducks
the
3.
Mighty Ducks
Game of
3
Thrones.
and then down to Game of Thrones.
Because I'm conveying a point.
I
Genre
get it. I
aside,
get it.
it just doesn't work. It
I just
doesn't.
didn't know that that the Mighty Ducks 3 was like the benchmark for a trilogy going off the rails. I didn't know that was the metric we were using, but now that I do.
I mean, you have to.
So one thing that I've been hearing is that Dune, the sequel to Dune, is going against what you just said. It is being called a masterpiece, and if they can keep this up, I was reading I forgot who wrote the article. I was reading it like 2 days ago. They were saying that if they can keep the quality from the first one to the second one, and then the inevitable third one, that in time this may be like the seminal I'm sorry, not
Sci-fi.
Star Wars, but like science fiction trilogy of like our generation, like surpassing Star Wars in quality and Star Trek and things like that, Avatar.
Bro, you know what it is? Denis Villeneuve, like your boy said it too, like what he does with film, like, is just ridiculous. Like his cinematography is out of the like it's bro, Blade Runner. What he did with Blade Runner was ridiculous.
Blade Runner 2049 was a flop that shouldn't have flopped because that is a fantastic movie and an amazing sequel.
Yeah. No, they did like he takes epic to like a different level. And like you almost want him to hop into mainstream, but like Dune is very not mainstream. Like if you're a sci-fi nut, like you 100% understand what Dune means to
Mm.
the genre. But
Oh
like
yeah,
people would be like, yo, bro, go make a Star Wars movie or go make a Marvel film. It's like, no, like I'm gonna tackle a film that everybody said was impossible to make the right way. And he
and not for nothing, Dune like by Frank Herbert like influenced almost every. It's like John Carter from Mars, like Rice Burroughs, like when he wrote those novels like 100 years ago, like they influenced almost everything
Mhm.
like that we know science fiction wise now. And Dune did that when it was written in like the 50s. I'm really excited to see it. The whole thing was shot with IMAX cameras, the entire movie, not just certain scenes, the entire thing beginning to end.
That's a big Nolan thing too. I think Nolan only films in IMAX.
Are you gonna get the really weird popcorn thing that looks like a toothy vagina?
The what?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
So for Dune 2, all the actors have been doing like videos about them, like in interviews and stuff. They have like this big elaborate like popcorn thing that you can get at one of the movies. I think it's like AMC or something like that.
Mm.
But it's one of the sandworms, and it looks like a giant vagina with teeth. And everyone's like making fun of it because like who would want to put their hand in there?
Mm.
And I think it's gonna like explode as like one of these things where if you can get your hands on one, get one because it's gonna become like something that's going to be worth money
Like, because
because it's so
somehow this went into
ridiculous.
mass production and nobody made the fucking realization of what it looked like or what it,
Yeah, like they went for it looks cool, but it's not something you'd want to use practically. So I think they were going for just a collector's item. I actually have one from Cinemark for the last Scream movie,
Mm,
where it's Ghostface.
I love Ghostface.
So that's pretty dope. I'm gonna see if I can get one. Sorry, I had a cough there. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on.
But
I wish
I
we had a
don't know.
cough
I think
button
it
on the
might
radio.
because like it's funny. I was thinking about Avatar 2 the other day because Avatar for me has like I'll see it because it's Cameron, but the rewatchability of an Avatar movie is really tough.
It's
And
low.
not only does, the unobtainium from the first one match whatever they were like harvesting from those like whales' brains or whatever, like it's like all right, I don't know if that's really as worth as we said, but I feel like half the movie was B-roll from Titanic with all the underwater shit. So I
I
just
like unobtainium. I mean, really, really, unobtainium.
Cameron, that was Cameron that did that.
I know, but it's so on the nose. It's almost insulting to the viewer.
It is very
You
insulting.
know?
I expected that from The Core. The movie The Core uses unobtainium as well.
Does it really?
It does.
So they both use unobtainium.
Hmm.
The word unobtainium.
The word fucking unobtainium.
Do you think that Cameron even knows that movie exists, or you think he just used it anyway and said, "Fuck it, I'm James Cameron. I don't care."
Knowing him, he's going to create the fucking technology to build the machine from the movie The Core so he could film at the center of the earth for Avatar 3 because that's the
Is
only
he
way.
the Iron Man of filmmaking? Is he the Tony Stark of filmmaking?
Yeah, because his fucking problem is he has to create the technology to film it in the way he sees it.
Well, he needs to be able to create it as quickly as Tony Stark can.
He can't.
He cannot. I would love to see him direct a Marvel movie.
Pedro Pascal, since he's Reed Richards, he can make
Did
it.
you see him at the SAG Awards? He was hammered.
I mean, fuck it. Let him be. Bro, he's Disney's new Phil Collins. They own him.
I
I
mean,
know,
he doesn't really make music, but
but it doesn't
I, I,
matter. You get it? You get it. You get it.
I'm doing my best to get it.
You will fucking understand it in time. They bought a career.
So, so you know how like when a movie flops, it's generally considered a bad movie.
Yeah. All right. Are
Well,
we still
we
in
were
the
talking
vein
about
of
this
fault?
earlier. We
Okay.
were talking about this earlier and off camera, and I was looking at a list of movies that are considered flops
Mhm.
because they, didn't make any money. They bombed out at the box office.
This is about to be overrated,
Well,
underrated.
not so much overrated, underrated, but like I said, when you hear the word flop, you always think like bad movie, like the Warren Beatty movie with Dustin Hoffman, Ishtar, from like the '80s is like considered like one of the worst movies ever made. Huge bomb, two big stars at the time, whatever. But not every time that happens is it a bad movie. And my favorite example is one of my favorite movies of all time, Last Action Hero. Last Action Hero made the mistake of number
Pardon my
one
eye
being
roll.
way ahead of his time with the meta stuff, but also the studio was like, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the biggest stars in the world of all time, and they went head to head against Jurassic Park and got completely fucking annihilated by Jurassic Park at the box office. And if you watch Last Action Hero now, it was way ahead of its time, and it actually would work as a movie now if it was made, which I would love to see them do a sequel to, which I think would be fucking dope. But I'm gonna give you a couple lists of some flops that I think are pretty good movies. They just, for whatever reason, didn't connect with audiences. I want your opinion um, on them. So, first one we got here is Black Hat by Michael Mann with Chris Hemsworth.
Black Hat is no bullshit. And I'm not even saying this because it's the one you chose, but Black Hat is a fucking incredible movie. Incredible.
There's a director's cut too, I think, on the 4K that just dropped. I got to order that.
Like
But
it, dude.
I think it's a great
I
movie.
can watch it every time it's out. Every time it's on TV, I'll watch Black Hat.
Not for nothing, dude. Michael Mann is one of my favorite directors of all time. Like, even his Miami Vice movie, like that people hated on,
With
I think is a
Jamie
great
Foxx and
movie.
it makes sense.
Yeah, if you can separate it from the TV show and like the tackiness of the TV show, because he created the TV show as well, Michael Mann.
Did
But
he?
that's a great movie on its own. He did. All right. Hard Rain, 1988, 1998. I'm sorry, with Christian
Morgan
Slater
Freeman?
and Morgan Freeman. Yep, with
Also a great
the
movie.
bank
Yeah, and the
the
floating
Brinks
town.
robbery in the rain.
Bro, I actually,
That
believe it or
is a
not,
dope movie,
I
dude.
watched it like 6 months ago. That's such a good movie.
It is another movie that flopped big time. All right, I mentioned Ishtar. Mentioned it before. John Carter from Mars.
I did not like it.
Taylor Kitsch. That's a pretty good movie.
I feel like Taylor Kitsch
Never
should
seen
have
it?
been a bigger star than he was. And if they had waited another year to make it, but he never arrived. He was always like
Well, I
there.
think that movie put the nail in that coffin.
Yeah. I
That
mean,
movie was supposed to catapult him into like a household name, and it didn't.
dude,
And then he was
Savage's
also
good.
in. He was also in. What was the other movie he was in with Rihanna and Liam Neeson? Battleship. That was also a huge fucking
That was
bomb
a
too.
night. Yeah, because he's basically a high class B actor. Like if there was a
Exactly.
B plus category, that's Taylor Kitsch.
And that's what happened. You have two movies like that back to back from two major studios. You're never going to be anybody.
No, because you're not marketing.
Um,
I can't bank on you.
let's see. Another one here. Um, Jupiter Ascending with
With Mila Kunis
Mila
and Channing
Kunis.
Tatum.
Yeah, that
I
movie's
like
fucking weird, but I don't think it's bad. I
I
think it
don't think
just took a lot of chances.
it did take a lot of chances. I could see where they spent the money. Like I would definitely give it like a 7. Like it wouldn't be. I don't. The problem is Channing Tatum is Taylor Kitsch. If there was
Yeah,
B plus plus,
right.
like he's a great like side character. Like 21 Jump Street works because he worked with Jonah Hill, but he can't really like yeah, yeah, Magic Mike, but that's its own kind of niche. But I just don't feel like he can carry a movie. But even in Magic Mike, look at his fucking the people he was with in that movie. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
he can't carry
you got
anything
Joe
on his own.
Manganiello. You got McConaughey.
Yeah, like once McConaughey's in it, you're kind of good.
And dude, not for nothing. Did you see the movie with Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt? Channing Tatum's in that too. It's kind of like Romancing the Stone. She's like the writer. She
Yes,
goes
yes,
into
yes,
the jungle. See,
yes.
he's good at movies like Channing Tatum's actually really good. He's really funny. He's good in like serious movies, like
Dear,
the Guide to Your Saints or whatever it is. You know what we're talking about with Shia
yeah.
LaBeouf, Robert Downey Jr.
Hmm.
Yeah, the
But
Guide to Knowing Your Saints. Like he's good in stuff, but like
if
I
he
don't
was
know. I
more
just think that
bankable,
movie.
he would have Gambit would have been made. That's the way I look at Channing Tatum's career.
I can see that. And I think that's the thing that because even Eddie Redmayne was hot off of that Oscar win as Stephen Hawking. He's in Jupiter Ascending, and he really chews the scenery in that movie, man. Like he's fucking going all out in that. And I just think it was too risky. I think it was just too out there for like mainstream audiences. Um, let's see, Poseidon,
Love that
which
movie.
is a
Kurt
remake of the
Russell.
Poseidon Adventure from the '70s.
I love Kurt Russell. I watched Breakdown yesterday.
That's a great movie.
That's look at that's a fucking cast and a half on top of it.
Oh yeah, JT Walsh. Who's the wife in that movie?
I forgot her name, but she's popular.
She's the wife in Apollo 13
Claire.
too. Tom Hanks's wife.
I think she's Claire in Back to the Future 3. She is.
No, that's Mary Steenburgen.
You sure?
Yeah, this is
Your word for it, Bandana Man.
oh god, what is her name? Well, look it up while I'm talking about that other things. But yeah, that was Josh Lucas is in that movie. Josh Lucas is basically the Wish version of um what's his name from the Conjuring movies.
Oh my God. I know what you're talking about. Hold
Why are we
on.
so bad at this?
Kathleen Quinlan, first off.
Kathleen Quinlan. Yes, I knew it was Quinn something. I
And
kept saying Aiden Quinn in my head, but that's a guy.
what was the fucking question? He's the Wish version of who?
Um, what's his name from the Conjuring movies?
Oh,
He's
uh,
also in the Aquaman movies.
that's
My wife loves him.
Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson. Yeah, Josh Lucas and Patrick Wilson are the same guy. He's also Josh Lucas, the voice of the Home Depot commercials on the radio.
You know the other dude, what the fuck is his name? I think his name was Swamp Thing in Con Air. He can only play a bad guy. MC Gainey.
Okay,
He's another
he's in
one.
that movie too.
He's in that movie too.
And I'll just do one more. This is just a personal preference. The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro. I thought that was a really good remake. Anthony Hopkins is in it. Emily Blunt. I liked that it
Yeah.
kept like the gothic tone, and it was basically like, you know, they remade the one from the 1940s. They used practical werewolf costumes and effects. Like I don't know. The guy who directed the first the Rocketeer, Joe Johnston directed it, and the first Avenger. I love the Rocketeer.
And by the way, don't you fucking dare ignore the fact that Sphere is on that list because it's one of my favorite movies. I talked about it
Oh
on
yeah,
Go to Fucking Bed episode. Like, I love the movie Sphere.
Sphere is a great movie up until the end when it just has just no ending. It's just
Yeah.
so flat, that ending.
Mm-hmm.
They like wish it away.
Say, oh, I should have used that instead of Mighty Ducks. Maybe it would have made a fucking profound impact.
Dude, they wish it away.
They chose to forget about it. That's
But
it.
how is this thing menacing and it's creating all kinds of problems? And they just get together and they go, yeah, I'm just gonna forget about it. And then they goes, oh, I forgot about me, and it
Why are you
goes
holding my
away.
hand?
Also, where did it come from?
Bro, I
Why
read
was
the
it there?
first off, I read the book. That book is incredible because the amount of work Michael Crichton put into how to actually live in a habitat 1,000 feet below water with that kind of pressure, he spends
Yeah.
an enormous amount of time on the science behind it.
Did he
Enormous.
explain what the fuck is going on in that whole movie and book?
No,
So what is the sphere? Why was it there?
it's just the thing, man. It's just the
Is it
thing.
alien? Is it from the future?
No, it's definitely alien, but like there's really no fucking explanation for it.
I hate movies like that where they have like such like a good idea and it's just like we don't even know how to explain it, so we're just not.
I
It's
mean,
so annoying.
but it's weird how they do it because like I read Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, and the beginning scene of Lost World is actually the opening prologue for Jurassic Park, the book.
Really, I've heard that the movie is better than the book on Jurassic Park.
One instance where that's incredibly true. Do you know Thomas Harris, the guy that wrote Silence of the Lambs, has
Yeah.
still never seen Silence of the Lambs because he's so angry that Anthony Hopkins did a better job than he did at Hannibal.
Wow.
Because in the book, Hannibal Lecter has 11 fingers and red hair.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. Anthony
I
Hopkins was
think
like,
that's
I'm
something.
not going to blink for the entire filming of this.
I think that that's something that you write into a character on a book to just make it stand out for the sake of making it stand
You
out.
need depth. That's the
Yeah.
only way to get depth in a book. When I was really big into writing, like, and I was telling Rebecca this, like when Stephen King used to reach like points in his book where he would like get really fucking challenged with where the plot was going, he would just do like a flashback and add backstory to a fucking character, and that would give it more depth. Which is why
Right.
like my one of my favorite books of all time, The Tommyknockers. You got me the hardcover, which I appreciate forever.
Yeah. We
But
got
you
it.
could take 450 pages out of that book, you have the exact same book.
Yeah, I find that's a lot of his books. And I love Stephen King.
Bro, I mean, it is probably the better read. The Stand, definitely, you could remove about 600 pages from The Stand. It is rightfully paced.
I just bought it. That is my Mount Everest of books, and I'm going to start it soon.
I listened to it. It was 55 hours to listen to on Audible.
So that means, in theory, it should take me 55 hours to read it.
Yes.
That's only like 3 days, less than 3 days.
Yeah, if you don't eat, sleep, shower, or shit.
Oh, that's true. So it'll take me about. I'll be 40. I'll let you know how it is when I'm 40.
That'll be your 40th birthday present, is reading the final page.
No, I already know what my 40th birthday present to myself is.
Is it a trip?
No,
Or
it's going to be a
prostate
brand
exam?
new Mustang.
Prostate exam.
Brand new Mustang.
Oh, that's what we're going to call
Prostate exam. That's the gift that keeps on giving every year.
They say you're supposed to do it when you're 40.
All right. Well, so I'll get myself 2 gifts.
But
The first one will be a Mustang, and the second one will be the prostate exam, and the third one will be the therapy to explain both of those.
what's the plan for the birthday, bro? You guys going out to eat?
Yeah, actually, we're going to, because here in Florida it's 70 degrees. I'm going to the county fair, and then I'm going to this pizzeria that is superhero based. It's called Infinity Pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna get a white pie and maybe some other stuff. And instead of doing a birthday cake this year, I got some ice cream cupcakes from Cold Stone.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, not against your birthday or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that we've kind of pivoted to full on movies, but I have some news on what I think might be going on in the Food Network.
Oh, what's this? Talk to me.
I think Alex Warner Shelley got fired.
Why?
Bro, she was removed from the website for the kitchen. She hasn't she had three shows. She had Supermarket Showdown. She was a judge on like Chopped and Guys Grocery Games. Like she was
And she had Alex versus America.
Alex versus America, and she was on TOC. She was only on TOC for the first two seasons, but bro, she's been removed from the site for the kitchen. She's removed
Really?
as head chef at Butter. Michael Jenkins,
Really?
head chef at Butter. And bro, she is nowhere to be found. She hasn't been on anything in about a year.
Is this something that you know for a fact, or is it just like an opinion?
Dude, I've been like pouring through fucking Reddit because there's a lot of like rumors that she's been fired. I don't know
You
why.
think she has health issues, maybe?
I don't know. I thought it may be like her daughter or something. Or I know that guy Darnell Ferguson is like super in jail because he tried to kill his baby mom. So like he's out.
Yeah.
But, like he's very public. Alex Winter Shelley, I think she bowed out because I know Giotto left to go to Amazon like a year and a half ago. So Giotto's gone. I don't know what the hell happened to Alex. She's just MIA.
I have to look more into this. Maybe it's just a contract dispute. Maybe she is looking for more money.
I don't know
Because
if
she
she
doesn't strike me as someone who would do something like Paula Deanish.
Yeah,
But you
no,
never know.
no. Nobody's doing anything Paul Dinesh.
You
But
never know.
I don't know. I don't know. That was just my take. But bro, it's been a solid episode. I hope you have a fantastic birthday.
I will do my best.
Tell everybody I
I'm
said
looking forward
they're
to it.
fucking awesome and I miss them.
I will.
You know,
Tell Rebecca I said
sooner or
hi.
later at some point in our journey of podcasts, we're gonna have to do this in the same room.
Oh yeah. And next time I see you, hopefully you'll tell me how that avocado felt.
Yes, hopefully you'll have bought it and have slept on it for a year before I remember that I have to go sleep on an avocado for you.
I will text you.
All right, pal. Until next time. Catch you later, bro.
Same bet channel, same bet time.
Exactly, bro.
All right. Later.
All right.
Ooh.
I can't.